Hello, welcome to WonderCon 2021. I'm Mariano Nicieza from Apex Comics Group. We have some great surprises in store, and we're going to start with two big announcements. One, we're partnering with Liquid Avatar to create some really cool images of our characters. Second, we're welcoming aboard the Outer Spaceman, vintage toy line with some really iconic characters: Colossus Rex, Commander Comet, Zodiac, Orbitron, dozens. And we're going to be doing some really great stuff with them. Let's hear from some of the folks themselves. And thank you.
I'm Mel Birnkrant, the creator of the Outer Spaceman, half a century ago. When I dreamed up the Outer Spaceman concept and designed these unique alien characters, I had no idea they would become icons of the space toy world. I've always wanted to bring the Outer Spaceman action figures to life, with coins, trading cards, and cereal box packaging. Now, with your help and that of the incredibly talented Outer Spaceman team, we can make that happen.
This piece of artwork I'm holding is part of a 9 trading card art collage piece that will be part of a trading card set that we're going to release in 2021. And this is a little bit of a sneak preview at a painted piece of art we've got. It includes Phazer universe characters, Blue Sultan, Agent 30, Blackray, Slate, Biomech, all sorts of characters. Phazer is the story of scientist Mark Moreno, victim of a sabotaged classified experiment. Uncontrollably, he shifts through the time stream where his altered molecular structure manifests different paranormal powers in every time period he lands in. Hunted by a shape-shifting alien, his daily existence is a fight for survival as he struggles to find a cure and return to the world he's left behind. He is Phazer, man of 1,000 powers. Phazer isn't fighting an alien invasion on his own. He has allies. Allies like Agent 30, who's a special forces operative who's been captured in Iraq, injected and subjected to all sorts of experiments with alien DNA, and the result has changed her to a hybrid human-alien with all sorts of powers. And of course, she's got this amazing armor that she wears. Another ally of Phazer is Blackray. Blackray is an underwater amphibian, a hybrid human and amphibious creature. He changes shape when he hits water. This is what he looks like on land. And he can manipulate electricity like an electric eel. Very cool character, and he's part of a submarine crew. He's the captain of the Ocean Spear submarine. All sorts of great adventures that mix into the Phazer universe. Shape-shifting alien invaders. All sorts of cosmic and time-traveling shenanigans, but that's not enough. We need a superpowered terrorist, and that's the Blue Sultan. Every hero needs a foil, and the Phazer universe has the Blue Sultan, among others, but he's the primary baddie. I enjoy writing and illustrating Phazer, but I've also had some help from tremendous artists. Jim Steranko, Ariel Olivetti, and the capable Sam Carlin have all lent a hand in helping to produce the adventures of Phazer.
Hi, this is Wilson Ramos. I'm the art director here at Apex Comics. I get to work on a ton of great books. One of them is Phazer. It's a wonderful, I would almost call it Silver Age type book, which is just classic superhero, sci-fi type of stuff. And I get to work closely with the creator, Mariano Nicieza, and get to talk about this design work on it. Designing the logo, helping with the lettering, sometimes some coloring here and there. So it's one of those books where I enjoy it, and I hope you will too. Thank you.
Up next, I'm proud to announce the award-winning Atomic Age is at Apex Comics Group. All 4 chapters are fully loaded and available on Comixology today. This is a great story written by my good friend Frank Lovece, fantastic and award-winning artist Mike Okamoto, and of course the late great Al Williamson doing inks.
This is Frank Lovece. I'm co-creator and writer of Atomic Age. What is Atomic Age? Atomic Age was one of the best projects that Marvel Comics creator-owned line Epic Comics put out. And the reason I say this is because penciler Mike Okamoto, whose work you see behind me, won the Russ Manning Best Newcomer of the Year award for his work. And the legendary Al Williamson won the Eisner Award for Best Inker. Atomic Age is set in that time in 1957 Los Angeles, when UFOs seemed real, when atomic bombs were going off at test sites, and when Sputnik made everybody nervous. Plus those cars had those big weird tail fins for some reason. The story concerns 3 primary individuals. One is Nimbus, the dark gentleman behind me over here. He is an alien slave catcher because the working slaves that drone to this planet, life has become intolerable for them. And so now they want to commit species-wide extinction, what we call geneticide. It's up to him to stop it. And of course, there are complications on the road to that. Among those complications are 2 human beings. One is Colonel John Patrick Lear. He's an Army officer at the end of his career and the end of this rope. He's babysitting a bunch of pampered sons of the rich on some tropical paradise army base in the South Pacific. The other is a Latino journalist in 1957 LA, Joe Nunez, who's so put upon, but he's really good, so the white newspaper he works for tolerates him. He still faces a lot of racial prejudice, and the prescient and terrible thing about it is that 60 years later, after 1957, 30 years after the story was first published, the characters' problems are still topical, are still happening today. It is frightening and scary and awful and sobering. These very 2 different men, a Latino journalist and a by-the-book, washed-up, bitter army colonel, band together to exploit the arrival of this first confirmable extraterrestrial presence on Earth, and it changes the both of them. So I hope you like Atomic Age. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists applauded it for what it called its wry satire with Cold War politics. So, if you want some great art and some wry satire on Cold War politics, please go to Comixology and get Apex Comics 4-issue Atomic Age. I think you'll enjoy it.
Hi, Wilson Ramos again. I'm the art director here at Apex Comics, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about Atomic Age. Atomic Age is one of those books that's a lot of fun because here we're dealing with telling a story that takes place in the 50s and the 60s, the early days of comics, and it feels like that. It's a pulp noir type of feeling to it. The book was already done by the time I got to join into the crew, so I'm pretty much helping with the production of it, putting it together for digital and eventually print. So it's one of those projects that is a lot of fun, and I hope you join us with this story. Thanks.
Phazer Universe titles are available anywhere you can get digital comics and ebooks. Amazon, Kindle, iBook, Nook, and of course Comixology. And now a special feature from a company called Cabin, brand new in the digital world, and we're going to take it away and learn a lot more. Welcome everyone to a special segment of our panel for WonderCon 2021. And I'm super proud to announce David Lucatch and Liquid Avatar are joining us, and there is a ton of stuff to go over. Super exciting, lots of fun stuff going on. David, why don't we start with just a short introduction about Liquid Avatar and what you're doing?
Well, thanks, Mariano. It's great to be here. And welcome everyone to WonderCon. Hopefully next year we can do it all in person. So that's, I guess, the best way to start, right? And well, let me tell you a little bit about Liquid Avatar. So Liquid Avatar is a really cool way to prove who you are online, to show the world who you are digitally, and to be able to share what you want with whom you want and when you want. It's really an amazing new technology. And what we've done, Mariano, is we've allowed people to basically now control and manage their digital identity through the use of icons or digital images so that I can segment what I do for education, what I do for school, what I do for work, what I do with my cosplay friends, with my comic collector friends, with my gaming friends. I can have different avatars for every different facet of my personality and my life.
That sounds amazing and cutting edge and top of the line. Is this live? Is this happening like right now?
Oh, it is. It is. We've already launched. So we're available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play. I like to say Google Play Store, but it's really Google Play. And we're available there as Liquid Avatar. And you can visit our website at www.liquidavatar.com. And we've got a lot of really cool surprises for our friends in sort of the comic book, graphics arts, cosplay industry, and people who attend WonderCon or Comic-Con or any other con.
Now, can we talk about some of this stuff? Because I think there are some great things in the works.
Well, we're a public company, so I've got to be careful what I say. And but I think we can give a little bit of a sneak peek. We've already talked about publicly our augmented reality programs. So we're getting ready by the time WonderCon is finished and about within that next month, we should be launching our augmented reality program, which will integrate both physical product. I won't say what yet, but I know that Phazer and the Phazer universe will be part of it. And some really, really cool, well-known legends in the industry. And we're going to be bringing out physical product in combination with liquid avatars and in combination with augmented reality. So it's sort of a really cool trifecta here.
This is fantastic. And when again do we have this planned for? Like when would this sort of roll out for the public?
Well, it'll start by the end of April, I believe. That's where it's going to start. And then from there, it should progress. So our friends that come to Liquid Avatar will see more and more really cool things and a lot of great announcements. And we're talking about the NFT industry and digital collectibles and all kinds of really cool things that I'm hoping people can see by the time WonderCon is over.
So this is going to be like the cutting edge. We're hearing some really cool news here. There are some great things to come.
Absolutely. It's very exciting for us. And I think it'll be very exciting for people who want to use Liquid Avatar, because let's be candid here. We're used to managing our regular identity in the real world. You and I know each other. So when we see each other, we recognize each other. But how do we do that online for real? I mean, and if I want to go to, Target and I want to buy a bottle of wine, I still have to show identity. But how do I do that in the real, from the real world? How do I do that in the digital world? So we're making it easy to do that. We're creating new tools and services. And by the way, Mariano, it's all for free. The user never pays a cent to use our technology.
That is amazing. That's amazing. And again, this is www.liquidavatar.com, correct? And some of this material is live now. Mm-hmm. And as we roll forward, there will be more, I'm assuming, more announcements on liquidavatar.com.
Yeah, we will be announcing a lot more stuff, and people should stay tuned, sign up for our newsletter and sign up for the app, and they'll be able to see a whole lot of things happening.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic. And I know some of the things that are going on, and I know we're building towards things, and it is incredibly exciting. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Thank you.
All right, David. Thank you very, very much for sharing. And everyone, please check out liquidavatar.com, sign up for your free avatar, and the best is yet to come. And now, a special feature from my friends at Factory Entertainment. Tom, take it away.
Hey, Tom Vargas here with Factory Entertainment, and thank you so much, Mariano, for having us on your WonderCon panel. Here at Factory Entertainment, we create all sorts of amazing collectibles, everything from high-end prop replicas to scaled prop replicas, which is a brand new category for us, to towels, to 10 totes, to keychains, you name it, we pretty much make it, and from all sorts of properties that if you're watching this video, we know you'll love. Things from Wonder Woman to Aquaman, and Masters of the Universe, all sorts of different properties. My personal favorite, The Goonies, which we have some great announcements coming up. But for today's panel, we decided that we wanted to give everybody an exclusive first video look of our brand new, just announced Aquaman Black Manta knife, as seen in the movie Aquaman. So here it is. As you can see, it's weathered, and it comes in a sheath. The handle here is buffalo leather, just absolutely stunning and detailed. And let's go ahead and take a look at the knife. So it comes out very easily. And here it is. The blade is a high carbon steel. And you can see here the black manta symbol, or the manta symbol, among the weathering of the blade. And it's important for this to have a weathered type of look because it's actually a family heirloom passed down from grandfather to father and then from father to son in the movie. And so as you can see, just highly detailed, really great piece. The guard here is made out of brass, as is the pommel. And yeah, available now to order at factoryent.com. And here's a closer look at the sheath. Again, that's brass. This is actually made out of iron, and it is wrapped in buffalo leather. So again, really happy to share that with everybody. Be sure to go to factoryent.com for more information and to order. This is available now. By the time you're watching this, we should have an exclusive discount at factoryent.com for a very limited time. And we just really hope that you enjoy what you see. Stay tuned for other great collectible announcements that we have coming soon. And we hope everybody is staying safe. We miss everybody. We love going to the conventions and interfacing with the fans and the customers directly. And it's something that we just sorely miss. So we really hope that we get to do this again soon. And just stay safe. And we miss everybody. Take care.
In the meantime, let's talk about one of my favorite books, A Daze Work.
I grew up working on this boardwalk for over 20 years, hanging with my friends, making pizzas, and growing burgers.
I spent my summers working on a boardwalk just like this one. You get to work with your friends, you have great stories to tell.
Wacky and zany adventures.
The warm smells, we're going to convey the smells. Scratch and Sniff comic.
Every summer here was a crazy story, and we're bringing all those crazy stories to A Day's Work.
A Day's Work, what can I say? I'm not a millennial, but editing it, this millennial humor, pizza guys on the boardwalk thing was so funny, I'm literally laughing out loud while I'm editing it.
And now, I'm proud to introduce L.P. Feldman and one of the greatest creations that I have personally ever seen, Split City. I'm going to let him tell you all about it so he can do some real justice to this creation.
I'm L.P. Feldman. Thanks for joining me to find out more about my explosive new hyper-realistic graphic miniseries Split City. And a very special thanks to Mariano Nicieza and his incredibly talented team at Apex Comics, especially artist Sam Carlin, for bringing my darkly satirical exploitation extravaganza to vivid life. Vivid life. I mean, it pops right off the page. It's a gritty, ultra-violent comic book noir with a snarky pulp fiction tone, cool and quirky characters, and a steampunk heavy metal sensibility. And it's my way of dealing
with the scary and sorrowful world we're living in. So come with me now for a brief tour of Split City, New Jersey, the divorce, suicide, and murder capital of the Garden State. It's a town divided, where hatred and violence are the norm. Life is cheap, and true love, just a fairy tale. It's the #1 suicide destination in America, where people who are too scared or too sad to live come to take the big fall and end it all. It's also a main attraction for morbid tourists who come to video the jumpers on Leap Street, one of the most famous suicide destinations in Split City, and it's designated a fallen body zone to boot. They also tour the suicide and murder rooms of the Broken Inn and watch the murderous mayhem in Dysfunction Junction. The town's a microcosm of our ever-divided world, and the book is a broad, over-the-top, action-packed satire of the senseless hatred and violence we seem to deal with every day in a nation where we're all supposed to be equal. But we're not. The city's split right down the middle, between the free thinkers and the fascists, the rich and the poor, the predators and their victims. And caught in the middle of it all are just plain folk trying to find love, harmony, and peace, and live the American dream, which for many has become a living nightmare. Yes, it's very close to home, and it's meant to be. We have a great diversified cast of larger-than-life characters, so let's meet them. We have Carlotta Chubal, a.k.a. Lotta Trouble, a kick-ass divorce attorney, and her live-in, love-in celebrity shrink, Angie Louvin, a.k.a. Dr. Love. Together, they're love and trouble. And Carlotta's younger sister, Tiffany Chubal. She's Split City's #1 heartbreaker, and she's driven more men to suicide than the stock exchange. Then we have Daphne and Dawn Derringer, a.k.a. the Double D's, orphan twin sisters in private eyes who pattern their style after kick-ass black women like Foxy Brown and Cleopatra Jones, who beat the crap out of crooks in those great old 70s blaxploitation flicks. And keeping the peace by any means necessary are federal marshals Mike the Mallet O'Malley and Gus the Bus Gustavo. The Mallet and his special task force, the Peace Police, including Carlotta and Angie and the Double D's, are licensed by the state to kill all killers, terrorists, and hate murderers over 13 on sight. Because murderers are getting younger and younger these days, and it's just a terrible thing. Even bad cops, if necessary, if they're accountable too. Because in Split City, it's kill and be killed. This town has zero tolerance for terrorism, both homegrown and imported. With tough guys and gals, souped-up vehicles, gadgets galore, tense and literally explosive situations, Split City is one hell of a ride, and I hope you'll take it with me. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the con. Peace out.
Split City. Now that's a lot of fun because this is basically creating a comic book style from the ground up. The writing is superb. There's some great design work in it and artwork, and I got to do everything from designing the logo and to coloring a lot of the pages. It's a pulpy book, very similar to Atomic Age in that regard, but at the same time there's some fun stuff, some funny things going on, and again, it's one of those projects that I get to really sink my teeth into because I get to help with the coloring by creating blends of how would you say the not only just coloring it but the tone and things that are going on. It's a book that has some serious stuff going on it, but also in a funny way. So I hope you join with us with this book, and Split City I think is going to be one of those cool ones.
Some of this artwork from L.P. Feldman's Split City highlights fantastic pencil and ink artist Sam Carlin. Split City demonstrates tales of extreme, irreconcilable differences. It's known as the divorce capital of the Garden State, and it's just filled with amazing, fun characters, crazy off-the-wall situations, It's a tale of heartbreak, murder, suicide, greed, deception, everything you need in a perfect relationship. Let's cut right to Designated, an action-adventure sci-fi story that is just going to be fantastic. Mark Torres is going to tell you all about it.
Hello, this is Mark Torres, host of It Came From the Radio, the official show of the Big Apple Con. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about my book coming out from Apex Comics. It is Designated, coming out hopefully soon. It's a book with this cast right here. It is a 110-page graphic novel, fully beginning, middle, end story, complete story, surrounding these guys right here, being stuck in the middle of an intergalactic war between some aliens. They're fighting over this gem, a Copernicus star, as I like to call it, these gems over here. And the war finds their way to Earth. This is some interiors from the book, inked by inking legend Peter Palmiotti. As I mentioned, the war brings them to Earth. We meet our main lead. And through a unique set of circumstances, the main characters gain superpowers. It's art by Jade Smith with a multi-ethnic cast, sci-fi, superhero, alien type of deal. So hopefully you guys will check it out. Thank you for your time. And if you're interested, make sure you check out my radio show, It Came From the Radio. That's www.itcamefromtheradio.com. We have a new show each week. We are a syndicated radio show, so you got to talk about movies, comics, and entertainment. So hopefully you'll listen to us there. Be safe, and hopefully we'll see you in the future.
And now I'm happy to show you a quick sneak preview of some fantastic artwork for a title called Vampires vs. Nazis. And the title says it all. It's World War II. It's a film noir style book. It's Nazi Germany, and it's the height of the war. And Nazis are dropping dead in the streets and being found with puncture marks in their necks. And it's going up the chain. It's starting with the foot soldiers, it's climbing the ranks to officers, and ultimately, as the story progresses, this is going to get right to Hitler himself. As you peruse this fantastic artwork, it's also important to note, Vampires vs. Nazis is not just a horror story or an action adventure in World War II. It's also a love story. And it's a love story between a German soldier named Erich Ganz and a peasant woman named Helga Schmidt. And the tale intertwined into the backdrop of the madness and the craziness that was World War II. At the heart of all of this is a passionate love story. I think you're going to enjoy this book, and stay tuned, more to come. We've made it a point to continually branch out above and beyond printed and digital comics. Apex Comics Group brands its properties with all sorts of fun merchandise. And there are some examples of this with a debit card program from our partners at card.com, and all sorts of cards are available on their website and on apexcomicsgroup.com that will show off this amazing art and these amazing cards that you can own.
Wraps things up for our WonderCon 2021 panel. Thank you so much for joining us, and check us out on apexcomicsgroup.com, theouterspacemen.com, and liquidavatar.com. Thank you again for joining us.